Today we're going to be taking a look at Unit 11, Lesson 10, Word Problems Volume. Our objective is to solve word problems using liquid volume. And for the last few days, we've been taking a look at volume, and we have learned the measurements or the units of measurements of milliliter and liter. So let's begin. Dana's beaker had a liquid volume of 500 milliliters. She added 250 milliliters to her beaker. What is the liquid volume of her beaker now? Okay, so as we know, boys and girls, when we are doing word problems, we want to circle our numbers. Okay. And then we are going to underline our question here. So our question that we're trying to figure out is, what is the liquid volume of her beaker now? And I'm also going to put a box around this keyword added, because this gives me an idea of what I need to do. Okay, so we know that she starts off with 500 milliliters in her beaker. She added 250 milliliters. Sorry. Okay, so she added 250. So now we're going to find out the answer to that by adding. So we know that 0 plus 0 gives us 0. 0 plus 5 gives us 5. And 5 plus 7 gives us 2. 5 plus 2 gives us 7. So our answer is 750 milliliters. Okay. If we wanted to create a model to support our answer, we could always do the tape model here. And we know that we start off with 500. We add 250 milliliters. And so our answer is 750 milliliters. Okay. So number 2, let's take a look. Young had 1,000 milliliters of water in his beaker. He poured out 350 milliliters of water. How much water is left in his beaker? So we'll do the same here. I am going to, I'm going to circle my numbers. So I've circled 1,000 milliliters and 350 milliliters. I'm going to underline my question. Okay, and some of you may want to do a double underline from what we've done in the classroom, and that's okay. And then a key word here is he poured out. So I am going to put a square around poured out. So if you're pouring out something, boys and girls, you are decreasing or subtracting the amount that you had at the beginning. So I know that I need to subtract for this problem. So I'm going to start off with my 1,000 milliliters here. So I have 1,000. And then I'm going to subtract 350. Okay, so let's take a look at starting from our ones place. We know that 0 minus 0 gives us 0. Here, I know I'm going to regroup because I cannot subtract 5 from 0. So I need to go all the way to the thousands place. So I cross that out. I'm going to have a 10 there, but I need to give 1 to the tens place, so I'm going to be left with a 9. And this becomes 10. Okay, so now we can subtract. So 10 minus 5 gives us 5. And 9 minus 3 gives us 6. Oops, get rid of that. So our answer is 650 milliliters. And of course, we could always do the tape. Oops, wait. We could always do the tape model. So we know that we're going to start off with 1,000. So that will go at the top. Our 1,000 milliliters. We also know that we poured out 350 milliliters. Okay. And then our missing value, the value that we solved for, gave us 650 milliliters. Oops. Okay. So let's move on to the structured guided practice. So it says, Tommy, Elise, and Ralph had 300 milliliters of liquid volume in each of their beakers. How much liquid volume do they have all together? So the only number that we have here is 300. And what we're trying to find out is how much liquid volume do they have all together? A key word that tells us that what we need to do is all together. And as you know, all together tells us that we need to add, okay? So we know that Tommy, what's going on? Bring it down a little. Okay, so we know that Tommy try making a smaller square. So we know that Tommy has 350. We know that Ralph has 350. And we know that Elise I apologize for the dogs barking in the background. Okay. So what we're going to do here is add 350 plus 350 and 350. So when we add it, we see that 0 plus 0 plus 0 gives us 0. We can add 5, 10, 15. And then we will carry the 1. And then we can, hold on, boys and girls, let me close the door. Okay, boys and girls, I apologize for that. So we know that 3 plus 3 gives us 6. 6 plus 3 gives us 9, and 1 more gives us 10. So our answer is 1,050 milliliters. Okay. Let's look at number 2 here. For number 2, it says there was 72 liters of soda for a school party. The teachers needed to divide the soda equally among 8 classrooms. How many liters did each classroom get? So here, we're going to circle 72 liters of soda, or the 72. And we also know that we have 8 classrooms. A key word here is divide. Okay, so all we're going to do is divide 72 divided by 8 equals 9 liters. Okay. Sure. Okay. So that is it, boys and girls. As a model, if you needed extra help with this problem, you could always create 8 circles and then count out 72 in each circle, or you can use an array, okay, and begin counting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 8, and just keep going until you get to 72. Okay, so those are two strategies that you could have used to solve this problem. So it is now your turn to look at final check for understanding. Kirsten poured 300 milliliters of milk into her bowl. Her sister poured 325 milliliters of milk into her cereal bowl. How much milk did they use all together? All together is your key word there, okay? And moving down, Keith had 1,000 milliliters of water at the beginning of baseball practice. He drank 850 milliliters of water. How much water did he have left? Your key word there is drank. So that means that the amount that he started off with is less. So you're going to subtract. When you're done with that page, you're going to move on to the student practice where you're doing other word problems. Okay, that page and that page. All right, and the pages for this assignment, just to quick review, if you did not see it on the first page, it is pages 171 through 176. Okay, and that is the end of Unit 11, Lesson 10. Take care, boys and girls, and I look forward to seeing you all soon.